Good morning, beautiful people. You're welcome to the sports segment of the weekend show. I'm Ayo Adams, and I'll be running you through some of the major headlines across the world of football today. And particularly, we'll start from the CAF Champions League, as two of our dominant giants from the NPFL. We have the Plateau United and Rivers United have now played their first leg, and they're heading out for their second leg, respectively, where they will play against their opponent, Esperance Tunis, and why that? Well, we'll start with Plateau United, who played at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja last weekend on Sunday, and they won that game brilliantly, 2-1. Well, they could have had multiple chances. I was also live there at the stadium to watch the game. It was a brilliant game, great sight, and the game was streamed live on YouTube, which had over 216 views from YouTube and viewers watching across the world. Really, really big development for Plateau United, and their fans across the world. And also the Tunisian fans were also watching their teams play here in Nigeria. The game ended 2-1 in favor of the Lalong boys, and they are now set out for their second leg in Esperance Tunis. Don't forget that Esperance Tunis, they've been 4-time champions of this tournament, and Plateau United have now headed out to Tunisia to go and play their second leg. We hope they win that game brilliantly when they set out today at 5 p.m. when they play Esperance Tunis. The video is coming up where the teams have been marching out. They marched out a couple of days ago before they went to Tunisia to see if they could bring back the glory back home. If you're Nigerians supporting, support the Nigerian clubs. They've been brilliant. They showed us dominance at home. They played really well. Plateau United, you see them up there on your screen. The game ended 2-1 here in Abuja, and they are heading out. If they lose the game by a goal, it will be a sad sight to see, but they've gone really far off there. They would need a 0-0 draw to qualify into the next round, or a 1-1 draw to qualify into the next round. If they lose by a lone goal, they will be coming back home. But we don't want that for them. We want them to progress into the next round. And upcoming there on your screen is also Wydad versus Rivers United. The game also ended 2-1 in favor of Rivers United, where the game was played also in Nigeria. It's been really glamorous for the Nigerian clubs. We had Remo Stars well in the competition. We also had Kwara United in there, but now we're left with Rivers United and Plateau United to see if they can bring the glory home. We'll be waiting. It's been a long time that a Nigerian team brought on the CAF Champions League. We'll wait to see if Rivers United or Plateau United will be able to bring back the accolade to the country. Well, moving on, from a piece from the Indian Times read that sport is a compelling tool to promote peace, tolerance, and understanding, bringing people together across the world, boundaries, cultures, and region. It values such as teamwork, fairness, discipline, and respect as understood all over the world, and can be utilized in the advancement of solidarity and social cohesion. Sport is not limited to practice or physical activities. It is in fact a recreational space where healthy lifestyle is promoted. Through physical and mental development, it's a place where individuals converge to improve their skill and strengthen their social structure, values, and adapt to rules. Notably, in 2007, Didier Drogba ended a 5-year civil war in Cote d'Ivoire by scoring a goal, and that helped Ivory Coast beat Madagascar. He asked the game to be played in Bouake, rebel stronghold, then got on his knees and pleaded with the rebels to drop their arms, which they did. And he spoke after the match. Men and women of Ivory Coast from the north, south, center, and west, we proved today that all Ivorians can come together and coexist as one and play together and share the aim as they qualify to the World Cup. Well, the Ivorian national team then, with Drogba as a spokesman and leader, had brought peace. Even if it was not to last for long, violence again erupted 5 years later, but significantly for that period of time, sports brought about peace. Which will bring me to my guest here in the studio. I have Stephen Okwa in the studio with me. He is the national coordinator for CAVE and Sport for Peace. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning, Ayo.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
You just saw me put out a monologue there where we talked about from the Indian Times, where they talked about how sports can help, develop the country. Not just about physical attributes only. How far it goes into our economic life, our physical lifestyle, our social well-being. And also here, notably, the Chelsea legend Didier Drogba, who also stopped, for a short period of time, who also stopped a war in Ivory Coast due to the fact that it was a football, and it brought about peace for at least for a short period of time. Which brings me to my question, Stephen. You've been in this sport business for a while, and particularly you've created a platform called CAVE. That's
Campaign Against Violent Elections.
Campaign Against Violent Elections. Brilliant there. And your product from it is called
Sports for Peace. Yeah.
Can you enlighten our viewers about Sports for Peace and what it stands for?
Okay. Good morning, Nigerians. Sports for Peace is, as the name implies, it's a program that was developed by the Jalo Okwo Foundation. The program is it's a sports for program, like it says, that is designed to bring youth together, especially youth together, everybody, but especially youth, because like we have said, the focus is on the youth. The program is designed to bring youth together to play sports in order to promote peace. So back when I was in the uni, I studied political science. And in the course of my research, I was doing a research on electoral violence. And I realized that basically youths are the tools that have been used to cause violence during elections.
True.
So that is what brought about the Sports for Peace initiative. That's what originated the Sports for Peace initiative. When I went into that research, I found out that a lot of times, even youths that do not have anything to benefit from the violence are led into this violence, even just because they are not maybe exposed enough, they are not conscious enough of the effect this violence is having. So it brought about the Sports for Peace initiative, which is designed basically to bring youth together under the umbrella of sports, but to promote peace in Nigeria.
Wonderful. I mean, Sport for Peace, what's originated just to promote peace, basically. I mean, it's been a crazy outlet here in the country. I mean, violence has been one of the significant things that has been disturbing the nation. And like Stephen rightly said, it's been the youth that have been used as an agent and factor to facilitate these endeavors. I mean, let's bring it back to my second question. It's an election season, rightfully so, whether we like it or not. Violence is going to erupt. Violence has already been erupting just by mere campaigns. I mean, even some of the ones that have not been globally blown on TV. Election will come in 2023 and we're going to see violence all over again. We pray that we don't see it, but it's almost impossible for it not to happen.
Almost inevitable,
And then the medium to cause this havoc are always the youth. They are the easiest pick. They are the easiest targets to latch upon. And your platform has created a situation where it's been able to cope. But notably, it's been for the past couple of years. I remember I played in one of the editions.
Yes, I remember. In fact, I saw the pictures yesterday, so I remember.
And I mean, during that time also, I didn't have a lot of things in, but I mean, to come out to play football, to see more people out there. I mean, the inclusion part of it, is it just for boys alone? Or is it just boys and girls? Or is it just football alone? Enlighten us on the product of sports that you allow.
Okay. It's not football alone. It's not football alone. For now, especially with regards to the election season, we are using football because we understand that it's a vehicle that can accommodate a lot. Yes. It accommodates men, it accommodates women, accommodates the rich, accommodates the poor, accommodates the northerners, the southerners, easterners, westerners, wherever you come from, whatever religion you practice, it doesn't have any barrier. So we saw football as a tool to get into the minds of the electorates, to get into the minds of the youth, to get into the minds of the political office holders and seekers. What we did is we have got into a sort of partnership with our guys at 20 Box Creatives, led by Chabel Jarouche, Chabel Olusonya Jarouche, great guys. What we are doing is we are pushing the Sports for Peace 2023 in December, and what we are inviting the political parties. We are calling them, okay, come on board. Let us intentionally, now the key word is intentionally, let us intentionally promote the message of peace. We can't just relax anymore and assume that peace is going to happen. It has to be deliberate. It has to be intentional. So what we are doing is we are putting up a competition, a sporting tournament to bring all the political parties together. We are making an effort to bring all the political parties together. It doesn't matter if it's a small party, if it's a big party, everybody has to come on board and talk to your people. How do you talk to them? By playing sports together. If we are playing football together and in the course of the match we shake hands, those qualities that make a football match unique. We exchange those qualities. Somebody is down, you help the person up. The fans are seeing that. The supporters are seeing that. Yes, the spirit of sportsmanship. The supporters are seeing that. So what happens is that it has a ripple effect. Has a ripple effect on the people watching, has a ripple effect on the people watching on TV, has a ripple effect on the people at home. They know that, okay, if the party A and party B are able to do this together in peace, we can go to the polls and vote in peace. We can support our candidates in peace. We can do this without having to cause any sort of rancor. So that's what we are doing right now.
I mean, as Stephen rightly said, sport is being used as a vehicle to transport peace into the next coming elections. And I mean, to everybody watching at home, listening to this, if you're a youth, you're a young person, a party leader, a politician, a sponsor of politicians, please, the 2020 elections, 8-1 that we want to be peaceful. And to the youth listening and watching this, do not let yourself be allowed to be used as an agent of destruction for the upcoming election. Sport is a platform where we use to facilitate and build our social construct and mental construct. Should not be an avenue where people will use you, to cause wreak havoc and violence during the election. You can be more. We can be more. We are the future and the leaders of tomorrow. Don't let them take that away. And that's what CAVE has been doing, the campaign against violence elections. So finally, Stephen, I'd like you to just give, a word of appreciation to all the participants. It's not been easy, them coming in year out to come and participate, and also your team too. What do you have to say to Nigerians finally that, okay, we've created a platform and we want this platform to be bigger than this is?
Okay. I will begin by pleading to the political office holders, the political office seekers. A lot of this violence originates from you guys. You have to be intentional. You have to make up your minds that I can win elections without having to cause bloodshed. You have to be intentional and say that I can win elections without ensuring that there is violence in the land. So we have to come together. It is not a one-man thing. I can begin this initiative alone, but if we do not come together as a body, as a people, to ensure that peace is a lasting thing in Nigeria, then we are just going to repeat the same cycle and not have any lasting effect. So I'm calling on all Nigerians, I'm calling on the electorate, I'm calling on sport fans, I'm calling on women, children, market women. Play your part. Make sure that your husbands do not go out to cause violence, your children do not go out to cause violence during elections. As mothers, advise them. As fathers, talk to your children. As teachers, whatever capacity you are. I'm also calling on the media houses, everybody, political office holders, the parties themselves. You have to be intentional and make sure that elections in Nigeria can hold without violence or with minimum violence, as the case may be. Thank you very much.
All right, brilliant there, Stephen. Lovely to have you here. You guys, we had Stephen said, please, with parents, wards, all the stakeholders in the election process, please, we do not want violent election. And youths, rather than indulge in violence, come and play sport for peace. And then moving on, it's a brilliant weekend where we have major games coming up. We have the El Clasico coming up between Real Madrid and Barcelona in the Spanish La Liga, where we're going to have some of the most brilliant attackers in the world facing each other. We have Karim Benzema, who is one of the is the top most leading candidate for the Ballon d'Or, and we have side by side with him, the top scorer in La Liga, Robert Lewandowski. They're going to be playing their Clasico on Sunday by 3:15 p.m. Stephen, you want to give us a prediction for this game, Barcelona, Real Madrid? Who do you side with?
It's a Clasico. There is no easy way to predict a Clasico, but I'll go for a 2-2 draw. 2-2
draw. Stephen says 2-2 draw. Let's see if that happens. And also on the flip side of the coin, in England, we have Liverpool playing Manchester City in a big derby, in a big match clash day on Sunday. We're going to see Liverpool take on reigning champions Manchester City. Stephen, your prediction also here, Liverpool, Man City. Who do you think will win?
Erling Haaland.
I think we already know where your mind sways. Give us a scoreline.
I'll go with the 3-0 for Man City win.
3-0 Man City win, 2-2 for Barcelona. Well, that's where we're going to leave it. If you are fans on social media, make sure you put your predictions on there on our pages. And we also went to the streets of Onile Corner to ask our fans, is there Clasico weekend? Who do they think would win between Real Madrid and Barcelona? Who do they think is the better striker between Lewandowski and Karim Benzema? My name is Ayo Adams, and I'll be seeing you same time next week. Bye-bye for now.
Lewandowski is more better than Benzema. In terms of La Liga, Lewandowski is doing well more than Benzema.
He is the leading current world footballer of the year, and hopefully European footballer of the year is going to be soon. And where he stopped last season, he started from there. He's now picking up.
I'll go for Lewandowski because he's an outright striker.
I know that Lewandowski, when he's at his best, he will do wonders.
Lewandowski is a very good striker. Benzema is good, but that's last season.
I go with Lewandowski. Wow, the guy is hot. Know what I mean by hot? The guy they born.
I give it to Benzema. Why is that Benzema is a strong striker and he's trying his best?
So I'll also go for Benzema. He's a well-recognized finisher in front of goal. So I'll go for Benzema.
Barcelona, Real Madrid, El Clasico. Real Madrid will win, hopefully 3-1.
I give it to Barcelona because Barcelona they're informed this season. The scoreline will end 2-0 in favor of Barcelona.
The score, and I would say it's a 2-2 draw because both of them are on the same points now. Just the difference there is goal aggregate. But I will go for a 2-2 draw. That would be best.
I predict 2-0 against Madrid. Barcelona will have 2-0.
I'm more informed now than Barca. The scoreline, I will predict it 3-1. Madrid 3, while Barca 1. It's going to be a good match, in my own opinion.
It's 2-1. Barca is going to win by 2-1.
I'm giving it to Barca.
Maybe 2-1. I give it Madrid at Benzema did it last year. Although he has been already trying this year, so he equally do it again.
Because I know Barca is going to win on that day. The scoreline is going to be 2-1 in favor of Barca.
So Barca wins 2-1 because they are a good performance. They are trying this season.